I'm a little bit stressed in my body. So, okay. So, one moment. Are we live now? Yes, okay. So, one moment. Have to check the time. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So, hi everyone. So, I have one here. Okay. So, today I feel a little bit nervous at the same time excited. Yeah, I wanted to open up this. So, the title of my live right now is English Challenge. Why is this English Challenge? I mean, I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, I just want to give you a little bit of explanation. I try this now that how you call this English challenge. I call it English challenge because I read sorry, I read a lot of I read a lot of a question in a group in how you call this in Facebook, and they all ask like, is it really necessary to use English language while you're talking or you're making your videos and so on. So it's just like she asked let's say she asked an opinion for for or sharing ideas. So this is why I wanted to open up this, because I called it as a challenge for me as well, because of course I'm hi PDV. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just told you, my topic today is all about English challenge, and I know you know that because you're from Netherlands. So I think you're aware how is it going on, like, and I think you also yourself, you asked this question. Yes, it's true. It's very challenging. Sorry. Yeah, I opened this topic because I saw a lot of kind of not questions but asking and opinions or ideas that if you are a blogger or like as a small YouTuber like us, is it really necessary to use native speaker or like English, or use our own language? So I read the thread there, and I read like people, majority of people, they said, yes, it's better to, thank you, it's better to use English. Why? Because is this like, aside from it's an international language, like I think everybody, every countries understand to each other. So yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So I challenge myself the whole entire lives right now. I wanted to make it this way, that I try to talk in English as much as I can. Though for those who doesn't know me, I still not every English. Yes, so am I. So we are all like, because um, English is not my first, not even a second. I consider this as, for me, for example, this is in a third language for me. I use English not really necessary if I'm at home, in my country. So we use normally our Filipino language. So then this is like this. So she asked that how could she let understand her audience, or to get the attention of the audience, because I mean, her English is understandable enough, and she's kind of worried. Like, for example, might be because she has no English accent, American accent, or any English accent. So, as how I understand, like, I think for me, for example, as of myself, I don't use any accent. I mean, I'm a Filipino. I have my own I don't want to be stressful with accent, with English accents, because that makes me uncomfortable, I guess. So that's the most thing. I still knew English words. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's well, I agree with you. Sometimes writing is because our brain I think it's faster, the way how we write, because we read it than to talk. Because the thing is, the problem is our how you call this, is our accent. I mean, for me, for example, I don't know, but I don't really care about my accent, because if I talk someone, if as long as they can understand me, then I think that's enough. I'm not used to like to get an accent, an English accent, because that's stressful for me, and I cannot do that. It's so hard. I think I better as long as you understand me, as long as my words is enough to understand the person I talk to, I think that's enough to When I was a child, I was in vacation in Germany. Nobody from family could talk German, so my mom talk with me, fingers to buy some. Yeah, I mean it's just a different. Also, that's I think that's how you call this. That's a, how should I say, an action, a sign language. It helps because I remember when we were in Vietnam with my husband last vacation, and we were in the center, or let's say in a city, in a big city, everybody will speak English. But then when we were in the North Vietnam, it's quite uh, far from reality of the world. How should I say, how um, populations in the center grows with their in terms of speaking. So they are more on like English speakers. They know like little bit, but it's really different if you are in the total countryside. So language, as you said, is very helpful also, as how we use it ourselves before when we were there. And yeah, I think it's it depends on us also how we deliver each. I think like I mean accent, it's good. I think it's really nice if you learn English, a real English accent. It's really amazing. I find it so interesting when I heard English, they talk, and it's really nice to hear. It's really nice the way they have their conversation. But believe me, it's for me, if I will try, I don't think so. It's good to hear, like because I'm a Filipino and trying. I think I need practice. I need a long way to practice my English accent if I wanted to. But I don't do usually like, so two fingers say I wanted to. Yeah, I mean it's okay. It's a sign language. It's a helpful. But I'm talking about, for example, if you are if you are, for example, in a real conversation, and like you talk someone, you really have to do this. I mean, I think sign language, it's not enough. Well, I'm not sure, because I don't know. It's just like I just want to hear a different opinions from different people, from my friends, from the people from different country also, different countries. I mean that how does this affect to them, or how is it important to them to learn to speak English? I think because when I was a high school student, I mean, of course, as I've said, English, it's not my first language in our school, but our teachers, they try to insert that English. It's always like English. It's like very important for us. Phone using book. Um, well, phone translator, it's also a good help. I saw that many of my friends, Chinese friends in the Philippines, when we have a conversation, which we have a very kind of hard times for that. So they try to, to use a translator, which is a big help because you can read it and then you know what they mean because it's all written in the Google translation, which is also a big help. But the thing is, if you don't have internet, if you're a total in a countryside, if you're in a total countryside and then you were there and you were stuck in nowhere and nobody can talk to you, you don't have internet, I think it's not funny. I'm not sure, but I think it's not funny if that will happen. Yeah, so I have a question for you, PD VWalk. Since you are a foreign, also you are from Netherlands. I don't know, Netherlands. I think I forgot, but I think you were from there. Yeah, Netherlands. So I think also as I talked some of the from Netherlands, during our trips, during our vacation 2019, they are also quite good in English. And by the way, as I've said, I think last time of my live that a father of my husband is from Netherlands and he speaks quite good English, as he said that they learn it from there. So I think it's not so difficult for you because you also in your country learn a lot about English. So let's just the thing is, for example, if you watch a video on YouTube or like you watching a news from other countries. Yes. In Vietnam, as I've said, it's not difficult if you are in a center or if you are in a big city there, and they used to have foreigners, a lot of foreigners to come there as a tourist. So they are more on open, they are more on easy, and they can get along with the people who will just as long as you speak English, and this is all the same thing with I think that's not so difficult for them. But if you are totally in a countryside, which is I think not a lot of foreigner are there, they are not used to a foreigner. So that's what I mean, because in Vietnam, to be honest, when we were in this area there, it's a big city, but it's the total north part of Vietnam. In there, it's hotel, yes, they can receptionists, and so you can talk to them, but the rest, it's so hard. It's so hard to have a conversation to them. But anyway, we will still manage. The Netherlands people is, yeah, Amsterdam is a famous city anyway. I've heard it many times. So yeah, and then of course my question is, I think you have an idea. My question is, how is it important for you as a person to talk English or having or learning English before you go to other countries? Is it easy for you to travel? Let's say, for example, I have my first experience, of course, with travel from Philippines to Indonesia, and that was my first time to go to outside of the Philippines. And yeah, it was quite comfortable since I have with my husband, so I'm very dependent. Hi, Sisanda. Hello, shout out sa'yo. Hi. So yeah, when we were there, I was just like easy because people there, it looks like a Filipino also. The thing is, they have some of their words is common to a Filipino, so it's not so hard. But at the same time, so I talk English. It's okay, sis. No problem. Salamat. Thank you. Yeah. So that's the thing. And then it was easy. The second time that we traveled to Thailand. So Thailand is also Asia, yeah. And of course it's a different language, different, and so the only thing that I could talk to them is using English. Again, I don't use any accent. I don't have an accent, but I think they understand me very well. So as my husband as well. So I think it's all. My parents say my German is great, but myself feels like, well, I do the same thing also. I mean, when I was the first time here people will talk to me and they said, I always ask them, do you understand what I'm talking about? You know, if you don't understand, if I talk so fast, if I talk slowly, try to ask me. And they said they understand enough of my, of my, how you call this, of my um, English. But I think, as far as I'm concerned, like when I travel, usually I traveled alone from Philippines to here in Austria. So you have to go through all the things and that, and so there are some questions and this and this. And so I think I feel comfortable because I explain it naturally. I explain to them. I think they understand enough what I'm talking about, what I'm explaining about. So I think it's I think it's in some way that's okay. But you know, same here, same as English. But sorry, I cannot read. I have to. But if I need something, what if it's as a street coming home? Someone's street is something that asking them. That's the thing. So that's my questions about, like, okay, as you said. So just I want to go straight to my question. You as living in Austria from Netherlands. Sorry, why there is an S? Why I always use S? I'm sorry. I'm more than the name of. Okay, okay. I have to continue. For example, you as a person, PDV walk for yourself. Just a question: how is it important for you from Netherlands to come here to Austria? How is it easy for you? Like, do you use your language here, or before you learn German? Let's put this way: before you learn German, of course you have your own language in Netherlands, and the only thing that you could talk while you were here is English. I guess, am I correct? Or so I just want to know about it because I think, as how I remember my past travel, for example, in other countries outside of the Philippines, it was just like normal. It's just like sometimes I talk like I'm used to this language, which is not, because in my country I use Filipino language. Without thinking, I came to Austria without thinking if I can speak the language. Well, I'm aware of my. Hi, the public. Hi, sis. Present, sis. Our topic is very interesting. English challenge the whole entire life. So I want you to participate. Sis Fabri, this is it. We will learn together with this. This is not only for me. I wanted to enhance my English, and so also the viewers as well. So I want to learn together with you all, guys, because I think this is really important for us, especially for the Filipino who working abroad. PDV Fabri is a Filipino also. Yeah, is a Filipino also. She's working abroad. So this is the same thing questions what I'm asked for everyone, because since we were in YouTube, this is like, because I just want to share again. Someone asked if you're a blogger or a YouTube creator, as a small YouTube creator, with which language do you use usually, or like, if you use your own language, what about the other people, or like people from the other country? Well, a lot of people suggesting that I think you better use English, and which is, you don't have to use a very strong accent, because of course you are not an English person, and it's enough if people, and then someone says like, for them, as long as you talk in English, and it's enough to understand. So there's no problem with it as a viewers or as an audience. There is no problem with it for them. They watch, if they like the videos, they watch it. It doesn't matter what accent do you use, American or English, or any accent. I mean, me personally, I like as long as the videos, I really like the contents and I like the whole entire video. Even if let's say that I almost couldn't understand, as long as there are some words which is enough for me to understand in the video, I would stay on it. But for example, I really like Korean. Korean series, movies, or I really like it. But even on when I browse in a page and then it says something there. Okay, what? Sorry, I use German, but if someone only can speak English, it's not easy to talk. Yes. Well, the problem of this also in my situation right now, I'm here in Austria. People use German words with their dialect, and I'm a Filipino. I talk my Filipino language, and I came here that it's not an English. Well, at home, here in the house, I talk to my husband with English only. So, German, it's not really I mean, I'm trying to learn German. Believe me, believe me, walk. It's been a struggle for me since I'm here straight from 2020 because I couldn't go home because of a situation right now. So all is that is so straight. So I have to study of my German, which is I find it really a struggle, a hard times. It gives me a lot of headache. Believe me, I'm sorry, but I don't like to, but I have to one day. So that's the thing, yeah. So I have to continue it's an example, like, for myself, I like Korean series and so on, like, I love it. But then when I browse it, it's either in YouTube or their website, to look for it, I always look for something like, if English subtitles. Why? Because if the movie is very interesting and you couldn't understand what they're talking about, it's so hard and you cannot almost relate. Although you see them crying, you see them like very emotions or like carried away with what they are acting for. I'm sitting here listening, trying to figure out how my English. That's good, sis. Remember, this is the entire life. I really want to try my best to talk in English. Though English, again, it's not my first and second language. This is my third. So, I just want to tell you guys that grammatically, I'm not correct. I'm far from being correct. My God, I think 25% is probably correct. The rest is wrong. So I don't want to talk about the correct grammar here because I think all what I've said is like trash, you know. So yeah, Korean, for example, if you watch a movie and then it's Korean, there's no English subtitle. Hi, Sissy. Good evening, everyone. Or I should say, yes, it's good afternoon. Hi, sis. Good evening for you, Silip Korea. Hi, sis Grace. Hello. Oh, sis Grace, I know you relate. You can relate this topic because I've just used this like as a English challenge the entire life because, you know, you are living in Korea. I'm living here in Austria, and then of course we are in a foreign language. And I think before, will you learn Korean? Oh, by the way, Sis Grace or Silip Korea, she is from Korea. She's a Filipina, but she's living in Korea. Hello, sis. Shout out sa'yo. Yeah. So, yon. Everybody can relate about this because before you learn their language, which country where you live right now, it's really, I'm sure, I think everybody will begin in English. You know, we cannot have a communication with other people without English. Like, yeah, like me when I was the first time first time here. This is just keep on going. I salute. I get sweating here. I mean, I try my best, sis. I hope I can manage this till to the last breath. No, I mean, yeah, it's just like to share. Because I just saw this on a thread on Facebook that a lady asking, like, she's a YouTuber but till now she's confused what she gonna use when she talk. If she use English, yeah, English, she is not an English speaker because she's somewhere in Asia, and she said her English is enough to understand with other people, and she's asking like an opinion if for the viewers or the audience what they would like to people will talk to their own language, or people who just like talk in English. And I guess everybody will suggest it or giving their opinions to her that I think as long as your English enough to understand, you don't have to find or to continue the accent, or how should I say, like using an accent for you to be like to for you to people think that you are in English. But I think it's a hard, it gives you a stress. Like for me, for example, I cannot bear it like in 10 minutes, let's say, hi sis Irene, shout out sa'yo, thank you. It's hard for me, I don't know, maybe it's just only me, like it's hard for me, like if I will use an accent, for example, it gets me like in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I will get fed up, and I say, okay, I have to giving up with this because I'm used to I don't have accent. Like my accent is just like a Filipino accent, and it's like for me it's a normal one. I don't want to like like to use an accent for other from English or American or Indian or African, which is they are quite cool. They're really nice to hear the way they talk. The thing is, I'm a Filipino, so Korean drama, for example, without subtitle, I sucks. I'm looking at their yeah. That's exactly my example. Sis Pavri, that's what I mean. Like if you are watching, for example, a movies, let's say Korean, Chinese, or Thai, we all like we understand only in English subtitles, and so that's why that I think I really wrote here the questions for actually because I really want why English is very important for us. Well, I think for me is, for example, wherever I remember, just a short share with you. When I was in high school, I have a very good English teacher, which is she tried her best to teach us, her student, to speak English. And of course, the rest of my classmates, they hated her. They don't like her because they forced them. They thought that she forced them to talk in English, which is, I think for me, it's a good way for you to come out of your comfort zone and try to open up yourself and learn, right again in a topic. What is I have to read what is the Korean drama example. Their faces, I'm in heaven, but their actions speak louder than um well, it's a part of emotion. Speak louder than words, right? Again, I'm out of. Well, I think it's not. It's in some ways you're right. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes through their emotions, you understand what they were talking about. It's a part. It's part of emotions that you can understand. Also, this is the same thing if you use a sign language, but of course, you cannot let people to the entire of your things to explain them what you meant, what you're talking about, if you just see the emotions of people. Well, of course, it's true when it comes to your emotions or feelings. Oh, this is Irene. This is why I call the title English Challenge, because I think this is very useful for us because, as I've said, I share this one of the person who just asked questions about or opinions, what the other people think, and most of the people their answer like it doesn't matter without accent as long as you talk in English, and people can understand you well. That's enough, because most of the audience or most of your viewers, they rather to watch English videos than foreign language. If they don't understand, they get a little bit less under interest of the videos they watch. So that's what she meant to that she cannot like bear in herself to talk in other accent English, but in the different accent, because she said she's not in the first place, she's not an English person. This is all both for us to enhance our English. Please, we don't talk about, or we don't tackle about grammar, because grammar is not um it's not my thing at the moment, because I think I forgot all the thing what my teacher taught me when I was in it's just like, it's just, let's just divert to other things, like how is it work for us since we were working abroad. And I think before we learned their language, we started to have a conversation with them in English. I like to speak English, but nobody. I don't like it either. If I'm in the Philippines, I would never dare to talk English to my. Good evening, I speak good nosebleed. Can we also one? What? I don't understand you. So yeah, okay, I like this one. It's good we one nose, because can only one nose bleeding. Huh? I saw. Okay. So that's the thing. So yeah, let's continue that topic, because I'm really interested into that using English. Well, there are two parts of the kind of things also. Some that they will judge you because of your things. For example, that they think that you are, I mean, this is just mainly Filipino people. I don't want, not all, again, not all, I don't say all, but mostly of the people I know. They are easy to judge to their co-Filipino if they make a mistake the way they talk in English. Yes, I experienced that many times. I heard that many times. Not only once, not only... Well, for me, the wrong thing is... Okay, yeah, okay lang sis, okay lang. Okay lang sis, Erin, go. Thank you. Yeah, this is okay. I continue. There are two things for me, which is give a disadvantage and advantage, and this is the it's same with my Indian or Pakistan friends. They speak mostly Hindi or the yeah. That's what I mean. So if they talk their own language that they can understand each other. So what about you? You're standing there, and I think it's a and respectful if you talk someone and they don't really understand you. Or let's put this way, I talk with my co-Filipino, and we talk both I talk a Filipino right here, for example. If we go this live and I talk to my friends because they are Filipino, we talk in our language, and you are hanging there without nothing. I mean, I think it's respectful for you. Or how does it feel? PDV walk. That's the thing, but the moment that you have that, me personally, I feel like uncomfortable with that. Like if, for example, I'm with a group of friends and I'm in a group of friends and they talk their own language and they can understand each other and I don't understand, I feel like I'm not existing on that group. Or Brazils, they talk Portuguese. Yeah, I mean, it's a different again, my question is how is it important to learn language, or how does it important for you a language, for example, English language for you? For me, as I've said, it's a very important, especially if you are in a foreign country. Why? Because everything what you need, everything what you do, you can get it, or you can talk to it to them with your own with English. Without English, I think it's not possible for you to have a communication with them. And so like what I said, in the Philippines, of course, we have these people is free judge, or how should I say that? Like, there are some also that they are already Arabic, some talking French, so too, so we use gaga. Yeah, it's a different thing, you know. I mean, they are like they use their language, but the point here, which is not to go far for the topic, okay? I just like, you know, I think they are people that they don't learn English, they don't learn any language, they learn only their own language. I don't want type mistakes. Well, I think everybody will speak. I think everybody will commit mistake, and I do the same. I mean, I think I'd rather to accept if someone will laugh me because I get a wrong accent, or how should I say, than the people that I cannot talk to them because they cannot talk to me, and I cannot talk English also. So that's, I mean, it's horrible. I think if you were somewhere else and then you cannot talk with them, it's okay, sis. Silip Korea. It's okay, sis. Oh, no problem. Thank you, sis. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you for your time. I know you're busy and it's your working time. I know you're having a hard time right now. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, Sayo. Silip Korea. Thank you, sis. So, yeah. That's the main thing, you know, that's the problem. I mean, for some other people, like I know because PDV also, I know that because here in Europe, thank you, sis, Silip Korea. Good night. Good night. So, PDV, PDV, how should I say, walk? PDV walk. Yes, because I think they have a reason here also. As my husband said, um, people here in Europe, they are independent. If they only know one, yeah, that's true. Because another thing is here in Europe, for example, okay, let me just share with this also. When we were in the Philippines of our vacation, we met a chef, a French guy, and yeah, we talk about this like in if you go to France, if you go to Brazil, my bed and my sis, it's okay. I know you have a hard time few days ago. No, oh, don't worry. Oh my God, thank you. I appreciate your time, sis. You have to go to bed. I know. You have to get better. Rest well, sis. My God, I know. Thank you. I appreciate your time, sis. So PDV is like this. That's calling me. Yes, you have to rest. I know. Good night, sis. Again, again, PDV. I remember he said something like, "Of course, Bruce, I have a nice sharing with your friends." Thank you, sis. Yeah, she's going to sleep now. She is late. She's in Korea right now, and so of course it's her bedtime. PDV. Yeah, like what you said, it's true because he said in French, it's like this from before, from the old times. Even here in Austria, they always says they don't really need to learn English. Why do they have to? Before at the old times, it's like this. They are dependent. They don't need there. So it's like I don't know if it's true because I just base what they said. If they want to go here in Austria, so it's their problem. People who come here is their adjustment, not the people here in Austria will adjust to them. The same thing in France, that if you want to go to France, so you have to learn French. If you don't want, it's your problem, it's not their problem. So, because it happened to my husband before when he went there once, when I don't know how long it was, and he learned his French in school. Of course, that was quite long ago when he was like a grade school or first or secondary school. And then, of course, he had a hard times at the moment because the receptionist never talked to him in English, nothing. So, and by the way, during that time, phone or Android never exists. I don't know, 90s or probably or 80s. I don't know. I'm not sure. So he has a hard time at the moment, at the time. French also is a language. It can be useful in so many countries. Yes, it's true. I know French you can use in Canada, yeah, in Quebec, Quebec, or I don't know how you pronounce it. Is also they're using their French language. Well, but I think in general, the whole entire world, they can. For example, let's just another example. How is English important, or why English is very important to every one of us. For example, if you hear a news or like a speech, they always have a translator, especially if it's whole entire world address. Like a politician, when they all like I saw, for example, from Germany, and they went to other countries. They all have this Switzerland, Belgium, of course, France country himself, or African country in France. They speak too. Yeah, in Africa they speak also there. I know also that they speak French there. And even in Switzerland they have also French. Yeah, partly. I think Switzerland they have German, their own language, and also French. Yeah, I know. I heard that. I've heard that. Yes, in Belgium, yes, that's true. Because they were, I don't know. They have only, I don't know, but I feel hot by it. So, okay. I have this cousin who spoke English, but I don't blame her. She's a degree holder. Was wait, this is quite interesting what you said, Sis Pabri. Wait lang, I have to read this. Wait. Okay, I have to read this. This is very nice. I have this cousin who spoke English, but I don't blame her. She's a degree holder, but she talked in front of me in English, international language. I mean, yes, this is my point, sis Pab. This is my point because there are some people in our country that well, as you said, we couldn't blame them because they are a degree holder, but I also knew some people that of course I know that they were quite good in English. They learned quite good English. The thing is, the disadvantages this for me, for example, if you were in the Philippines, I think you don't have to talk in English if you are in the Filipino. If you are only in the whole family or friends that you are used to, like before you use your own language. Or why would I talk in English to them if I know that I know them that they are used to use or to talk in our language. So I think it's not necessary to talk in English, and that's the advantage of us. That's why people will tell us, like, she's just went to other country and now she came back here and she cannot even talk to us in normal or something. And this is like in some way also I think I couldn't blame when people they are like, she is so OA, or I don't know, there are some words they use. Well, I think that's the advantage of us Filipino, because we are trying to put ourselves on the top since we know how to speak English. So we don't really think that, okay, I'm in my normal society, I'm in a normal circle of a family. Why would I? Which is before I study, before I learn a foreign language, I used to talk to them in our language. So why? Diba? That's the problem for us, and that's a common problem. And then with their accent, like ha ha. Oh, I press it. Yeah, I understand what you mean, Sis Pobre. Yes, I knew that. And that's what I said, this is the advantage of people. Like, they will think, she is not, or he or they are not down to earth people. Also, China, I think also have a Yes, as I've said, I think if you understand, if you remember, I said that earlier, PDV, that I had a Chinese friend, and we were talking about the product, what she wants to sell to me. And for me to understand, they use the English translator of the Google. The thing is, the disadvantage of that is, is that the advantage of that, if you are using a translator, if you don't have internet, you couldn't use it. So you cannot have a conversation with others if you don't have internet. So to have a translator, you need an internet. Am I correct? See, you're in Austria. Much Nigerian too. They speak very good. Yes, of course. Africa is a very. That's what I said earlier. I love to hear with their English accent in Africa, in India, in English, England, and also in America. Yeah, this is the only thing. Australia, of course, Switzerland, no, New Zealand. If you hear them talking, they're really, really nice to hear them talking. African is a very kind of funny, so soft and so small the way, but it's really good. I really like it. This is the same thing with Indian. My husband always he is kind of subscribing with a cooking Indian kitchen, and there he always laugh because I encounter a lot of foreigners, of course, in line, but it's not all of them who can speak. Yes, this is the same thing with there's a perfect English. Even Americans have learned their own language. Yes, correct. This is the thing because according to a teacher, a friend of mine, an American, he said we talk, but also grammatically we are not correct. A lot of American people, they are not correct grammatically. So this is just like. So this is like in some way this is like the same on us. Like we're just people are so sensitive, or how you call that, very very very, I don't know how I should describe that. Like every single mistake they tried to look your mistake, one word mistake, they were all like forget your 10 correct correct words what you use. They just only observe the wrong one. Yeah, that's what I mean, sis Pabri. Like, if you talk to someone, it's enough for them to understand, and you understand to them grammatically. If you really goes to the rules of grammar or something, I think everybody will commit mistake. Not do we think that even English people, when the way they talk, they don't make any mistake grammatically? For sure they do. So of course, I think in the end, I'm not perfect. As I've said, I don't want to talk about grammar rules because I know myself. But just again, for example, when I talk now, I think if people, if there is a foreigner, they're watching me, or for example, I think it's enough for him to have to mingle, or to go with the flow, to talk with yes, for me, that's not easy to communicate Americans in English, I guess. I have some friends living in United Kingdom and use their English. Yeah, English. We're talking now about PDV in English, a real English person. So, okay. During before the Brexit, the former prime minister, I forgot his name. I mean, anyway, I don't want to mention. I really like his speech before he leaves as a prime minister, and then I was really good to hear. But then if you hear, for example, a Scottish, they are also English. If you hear them talking while I'm listening, the prime minister who talk in front of television, I swear, it's so hard for me to understand. I don't know why, but it's really pretty hard for me that I was like, okay, it's so hard. It's so hard. And I'm talking about also English from England here in Austria when we were before here. And he is from England, and then I talked to him. I just asked him, like, my God, can you please slowly? Because I asked him really to talk slowly, because if you talk fast, like as a normal speed, how the way you talk in your country, I cannot catch up, because it's not also easy. I have some friends. No, not no. He is now a prime minister. I'm talking about the former the former prime minister Cameron, I forgot the name. He's a very good. His speech is really really good. I don't know if you watch that. It's really amazing how he really explained it. Oh my god, it's so perfect. So yeah, no, yeah, no, it's not him. It's not him. Oh my god, English, American English, and how does it different? Okay, second question. So, okay, since you are there, the two of you, so I know. What? This fabric. Of course, but it's all of them are speaking English well, and there is no perfect English in American have. Yes, that's true, sis Fabri. Even American, they even says, as I've said, like a friend of mine, an English teacher, he even told me that it's not really true that they took them they, oh my god, they talk English themselves, but grammatically they are not correct. So why would I Filipino trying our best to be in? I mean, it's good if you talk correct English, grammatically and everything. It's good, but it's not necessary for us to trying hard. But if you compare Filipino and American, I'd rather listen to Filipino speak. Yes, me too, sis Fabre, I know. That's true. Yeah, and that's what I mean, sis, that's what the lady says, like, as I've told her, like, accent, because, the only thing that we couldn't really understand well, American and some English people, it's because of the accent. We are not aware because, as I've said, I myself, I don't want to hold with a different accent because as long as I can communicate with other people, as long as I can explain them very well, as long as they can understand my what I'm talking about, I think I don't need any accent because I'm a Filipino. I don't want to try hard to be an American accent because I think it's stressful. I think if I would try that in 10 minutes I get sweat, like the whole entire of my body will get wet of my sweat because it's so stressful to trying yourself to be the one you are not, like pretending to be like this person which is not. I clear English and befriend them and haven't realized how. Yes, I mean, it's more better, I think, if you are natural. If it's more comfortable if you use your own, like, your own accent. I don't know if we Filipino, I would say I have a Filipino accent, or is an Elena accent. Because I'm not an English speaker. I'm not a native speaker, as I sis Pabri, in the Philippines we have so many dialects, and our international language, if you call it, that everybody in the Philippines will understand each other, is we just use a Tagalog. This is our international language that everybody in the Philippines would understand because we have a different accent. Sorry, not accent, a dialect in Samar, in Visayas, in the north. It's even in the North Luzon, they have also their own different dialect there. Okay. We did not learn English in the accent, so you can say we speak better English than the English people. Oh no, I would not say that. No, I would not say that. I would not say that because, of course, English and English, English is English people. So I would say that I learn quiet, simple English enough to survive wherever I go in the world. As long as people will talk to me or they can communicate me in English, I think it's enough for me and for them that we can understand to each other. I hope. I'm not sure, but I think that's, I mean, I heard, I heard many people says, like, if you say PDP, I don't know if you have a Filipino friends that if someone was like, someone will ask, where do you come from in this? And if you say Filipino, okay, I know Filipino people in general, they speak quite good English. I think it's partly true, partly true, and partly maybe 50-50. The thing is, in the Filipino people, if you go anywhere in a countryside or something in the Philippines, everybody will speak English. Not very fluent, not fluent, but then enough for you to ask the questions and to get the answers in English from them. And that's the Filipino, that's how it works in the Philippines. Like, so like many foreigners that I met, for example, in Thailand, in in Vietnam, in Laos, in Indonesia, that they visited in the Philippines, and they said like in the Philippines there is no hard to find something because everybody will speak English. And I think this has something to do with we are influenced with an American people from the history. Okay. Even my mother language, there are words or older words that they use, not even I know. Um, yes, I knew that because, for example, me, I am a Bisaya. Bisaya. We were living in Visayas Island, and we talked there. We used to be Cebuano, which is, when I was a child, I knew that word. And nowadays, of course, it's strange for me when I heard because I forgot what does it mean. Because that's our, like the from my grandparents' words, which I think almost not exist nowadays. The thing is, we're so much influenced with an English people, or not, sorry, American, not English. Though I'm talking about the nationality, not the language. Of course, I have to differentiate the language and the nationality. Of course, we were influenced by the American people, so I think that's the reason why. Partly in the Philippines also was just like we took a Spanish, which is not, we are not aware for that. I don't know if you heard that, PDV. So we also speak partly in Spanish, which is, I just found it out later on when I'm older, or when I'm old. When I was a child, I thought it's our own language, but then they said it's from the Spanish. And mostly people use that in Cebu Island, yeah. And at the same time also in Zamboanga area, they really speak their Spanish. So that's it. Yeah, okay. One told me that in Netherlands to ask if I would have a coffee but use other now. Yeah, what to what? I don't really read it. One told in Netherlands to ask if I would have coffee, but I used to other word. I thought what he mean. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what should again? So okay, let's continue. So I have another question here. Okay, I'm sure you know that question. For PDF, PDV. I why okay? It's just, if I wanted to ask you, PDV, if you don't mind, why this all? Where do you get this your channel name PDV? PDV walk. What does it mean? Do you do you get this for what? What is this now means? But soon you hear me screaming, why? So, okay, I have here a question. So, since you're a YouTuber, a small YouTuber, PDV, are you aware? I mean, not aware. So sorry. How do you think if you are now on YouTube and then you speak your own language, how could you let your audience, Filipino audience, from Africa, from England, or from any other countries, let's say all the countries, how could, and if you're using your, I put to. And if you use your own language, do you think you are able to people that you understand um, of your blog, for example? Because I think my name is Peter Divari, so PDV. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. It's a short. It's an acronym of your name. Ah, okay. I didn't know that. Ah, okay. But I was not searchable, so I put walk. Oh, okay, okay. PDV is from the Peter. Ah, okay. Now I understand. Okay. So okay, you just answer my question since we are just the one who are just talking now because some of them they're busy right now and they were just hanging me here. As is Pabri, he is not a Spanish. He's from Netherlands. I don't know her. PDV, what is your language by the way in Netherlands? He is from Netherlands. He's actually I don't know their language there. I never heard the language of Netherlands. My father-in-law is from there, but yeah, he speak good German and Dutch and talk Netherlands. Yeah, I'm not sure how. I don't know actually, but probably it's yeah. Okay. So PDV, for example, your audience is most of your audience is a Filipino and from different countries. Frischis, what's that? I never heard. Frischis with my family. Frischis. So that's okay. That's the name of your language. I don't know. I never heard this. This is my first time. So you guys, there are just only two there, Sis Pabri and Peter Divari. I would like to address you with this name. It's a nice name, by the way. Alright. Freshes can be found in Google. Yeah, I will check it later on because I'm interested to know how does it work on that your language. So I would address this. So Sis Fabri and for you um you're from Netherlands, right? And then your audience or your in your videos is from different countries. So how does it work on you if you talk to them with your language? Do you think they will stay in your do you think they will get interested into your videos if you don't talk in English to them? Or if you just like making a video and you talk in your own language? Well, it sounds a bit German. Ah, okay, it sounds a bit German. Okay, that's cool. So, but I don't know that. I never heard that. I'm interested into that. I wanted to check that. So, okay, PDV, just I want to, it sounds a bit German. Mostly if I would live, the same friends coming. So, do you talk English when you go on live, for example? I mean, my question is just like, do you think, as a blogger, for example, if you talk your own language and they don't have in general, you don't have subtitle, you don't have anything. Do you like? I mean, not sorry, not do you like? Do you think they will stay they will stay to watch on your video? But I think many would not know my English at all. Okay. Yeah, okay. What should I say? For me, for example, again, as I've said, I think I don't want to humiliate myself. I don't want to humiliate with my co-Filipino people also. But I think just to encourage them, I mean, we all have that encouragement that to ourselves that English is very important for us also to have because most of the Filipino people they work abroad. So I think for us to go to the other countries, of course, we really necessary to learn how to speak English first because from our agencies to work, we are already required to talk in English, you know. And so those basically it's very important for us. And I think Filipino people, they are very much engaged with that to learn English. And so there are so many I've known people that in school they look like not interested at all to talk in English, but then the older they are not in school anymore, and they learn themselves to speak English, and which is I find it really, it's really nice that in school they don't learn a lot because they are not interested, but then after a long way of their lives and they started to work abroad, and then they, if you talk to them right now, they are very good in English. And I was like, okay, that's really interesting, like how they are evolved now that they're living in another country and they are still, you know. And what oops, sorry, it's my hand, sorry. I see minute this would not hold English. I see minute use, I think. I don't want to discuss that, sorry. It's just far from my topic, with the vids or not. I don't want to discuss about it because this is not about YouTube monetization or something. I'm just talking about in general topic with this. I'm just talking about how does English or using English during your blog important to other people or to your audiences or to your viewers, if it's really necessary for us to use English or we stick to our own language. And again, I saw and I read also a lot of comments from the thread that people will get engaged to read or to watch our video if it's English. It's an advantage for us if we talk in the video to use our language, or probably if it's not so easy as that, then to put a subtitle, the correct subtitle on it, because people will just easily I was trying to talk huh even I'm not on video, I get comments on videos. I was trying talking more language in videos, but not easy. This is exactly what what I challenged to myself in this live right now. A long time that I thought about this because of the topic that I read in the thread of Facebook about English, concern about English and English accent. So, and I wanted to open up to everybody because I know that of course me myself, I'm not comfortable talking to not my language because in the Philippines, we are using Taglish. If you don't know what is Taglish, PDV Walk or Peter Divaris, Taglish is a combination of Tagalog, it's a Filipino language, and then English. So from the word English, that's why we call it Taglish. My Brazil friend said many times she can't understand. She likes to understand. Oh, what do you mean? And how do you talk or what of your friends? Why it's so dry, my tooth. Wait, sorry. My Brazil friend said many times she can't understand. She likes her. In what way that she cannot understand? I mean, I know Brazil, they speak Spanish or? Yeah, Brazilian, yeah. I'm not sure, but I think they do. But different in other shop I talk for. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, Portuguese. My husband learned how to speak Portuguese because Portuguese. I think he was in school. My husband said it's a nice. If you hear some people talk Portuguese, it's really nice. It's really nice language. It's a very interesting, but he learned only small because he was there before long time ago. So I don't know. And I'm not really, I did not hear, I think, hear about us Portuguese. I hope it's understandable enough because I'm not also into that, you know. So yeah, okay. So for you, Padivi, you're stick to that. So you will talk in English. I think I don't know, but I think it's as I've said, majority of people says I want a New Year's greetings in March. I one time did New Year's greetings to all. Well, if you just greet like, of course, it's a different if you're having a conversation because to greet like in a different language, in a different country, I think it's not so hard as if you have a conversation with that person. Yeah, to have to give a greetings actually, it's not that hard. It's a different if you are having a conversation. The thing is, I'm a very talkative person that in every flights what I have before, when I'm used to go home to Philippines to come back here and so on and so on. I talk a lot of different people, some, because I like to talk, especially of my seatmate on the plane, when we're there. So I love to talk, or sometimes if I'm waiting of my flight, waiting area, so I like to talk to different people. But though, of course, most of that, I couldn't talk to them if they don't talk to me in English because I have only a Filipino language on my pocket and English on my other side pocket. So I just bought two different languages when I when I come to when I have when I traveled. So and I think as for myself, English is a very important to us, like to have a communication everywhere else, wherever we go, asking questions or like get the directions where to go, where is this, where is that, and I think English is more accessible for everybody to talk to you, or um, also everywhere wherever you go at the airports, for example, they are all written English there, so you don't have to get confused if you don't know. For example, in Singapore, in Taiwan airport, and in a different airport, they always have English there. So I think English is a very important. I wrote on a paper, I want wrote a Portuguese, and she thought I'm from Brazil, and it was like, what? Understandable. I said, I thought I'm from Brazil. It was, well, that's good. Congratulations if you do with that. Yeah. And I think nowadays also Brazil people, they do quite good English, and I think I'm sure everyone else will talk in English quite well there. I think everywhere. And there are some people that they really talk good English, but they are shy. That's the thing. If they are shy, and that's the thing, and that's the main problem for us, to get like to feel shy. Yeah, I have so many experience about it that I learn it from myself that to learn English and to talk in English is very important. But it's not necessary if you are in your country, for example. It's not necessary to talk in English because people there, they can talk normal. And I think PDV or Peter, it's the same also in your country. If you're in your country, you don't have to talk in English or German because in a way that you are there. And that's that's the problem for some other people because, but of course in chat it takes much time to talk. I was much translating much. Okay, that's the thing. Um Again, as I've said, translator is very useful if you are typing and if you have internet. But if you are on the spot, if you are talking to someone in front, you cannot use a translator, and I think it's unrespectful for you to talk with them using your, reading this, what he means, what does he mean, and then I think it's uncomfortable also for yourself to have that. So I never experienced of my life even before when I had my trips from there and here to come back that I met someone that I couldn't speak English. I think everybody will speak English also. So English is a very important if you're from Netherlands. Hi.
Hey, guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Did you sleep fine?
No, I didn't sleep. I go on live.
Online. This is amazing.
Live.
This is amazing.
So that's the thing. So it's all necessary to learn English, of course. And if you are, I was much translating what she wrote. Okay. But you can use a translator there is a translator everywhere. The thing is, if you don't have internet, I think the most people using translator I met is a Chinese. The problem also was other way my friends came in chat too, and I was talking with. What do you mean it's good afternoon? Huh? I don't understand how you will. So, Chinese people, they really use a translator because I don't know why. It's also hard to understand them. Actually, it's hard to understand them even if they will talk to you in. Oh, by the way, I met one Chinese lady in Philippines. She was very good in English. Very good and very easy to understand. And of course, there are some people also that they speak quite good English, but you cannot understand due to their accent. And I know that where that people come from, and I know that it's like, oh my God, it's not that easy to understand. But I know that again, it's an accent. So I don't have a Filipino accent, I guess, and then I just have my own accent. If three other friends coming talking with me too and already got a talking, I don't know. I'm not really into that, but uh, I don't know. I never. I stick to what I mean is about English. Yes, because it's more easy for me to understand. And I don't want to be like a stranger to anyone else. Like, I mean, for us, if we are Filipino, for example, if we are both Cebuano, I would like to talk in Cebuano because I'm a Cebuano. I'm from Visayas, so I speak Bisaya. And Bisaya is I like more than. Pala. So I never met like because if I met like people, for if I cross someone from Brazil or from what is that other country they speak for Spanish? Yeah, I don't know. Brazil, Spaniard, Spain, of course. I don't know any other countries who will speak Spanish, but I never met them those before in a chat here. Oh, okay, that was past, so I don't want. So I don't know that, but I never encounter people that don't. Hey, babe, please, you're so mean. Ay, no. So, can you give me a glass of water, please? Babe, babe, can you give me a glass of water, please? Oh, normal. Yes.
Cold or what?
A cold, please. I'm so thirsty. English challenge again. Well, That's okay. That's now it's almost all. So okay, I don't have any time right now. I had to go. I will watch football and will later on. Is it starting na? It start na? Football?
20 minutes.
In 20 minutes?
25.
Dankeschön. Oopala, sorry. I always touch it here. So that's it. So I think I had to go now because it's almost. I will watch football. Football is very important. So that's it. We will continue about this challenge next time when everybody's here. I would like to. Hopefully, it's a good match and it's enjoyable to watch it like before. So, anyway, that's it. So, yes, in 25 minutes. This is why I was watching my time. Okay, I want to watch a football later, and so I would like to see how does it work later on. So, anyway, who was there? I forgot their names. So later on, I will go. I want to watch football, as I've said. So I will turn it off soon, and I will be on. Today is Germany and
England.
um. Hi, sis Pobre, you're back. I would go to Germany. I'm a very big fan of Germany. So England also, but I will be. Sis Pobre, I really like to talk with. That was a good match from yesterday. So Sis Pobre, what's your opinion? I really want to hear your opinion. Like a minion, small voice. Sis Pobre, is it really necessary to learn English right now? And our, let's say, in our lives, is it English important for you, or it's just like a normal one? If you don't speak English, it's okay. If it's not, it's not. What do you think, sis Pabri? I really want to hear it from you also, because the thing is, a lot of but this is the point is, Filipino people is very prejudging, or how do you call that, like they judge you right away um, if you, for example, if you make a mistake while you're talking, they were all laughing behind you, and this is the saddest point of us, because I don't think so that other people, instead of they make or they took a lot of mistakes while they talk in English, but nobody would laugh them. I would like, or I would appreciate if, for example, if I talk something and then I make a mistake and someone will tell you, you know what, it's not that the correct words that you had to use. So I would love if someone will just correct me because I said it, or I explained it wrong, or using a different or it's grammatically or something, let's say, rather than they will laugh at me because they don't want. But it's challenging, especially when we is in our country. Yeah, the thing is, that's the disadvantage also. For example, in our country, if you talk English, like, I think it's okay if you are, for example, in a meeting or something. So it's okay. I think it's okay because it's kind of necessary to show that you also learn something different outside of your comfort zone, or or at home. The thing is, the point also, there are some people that Filipino people, let's say, again and again, I address it to everybody. I don't mean it in one person. This is in general. Filipino people sometimes, they're also overacting. Like, they came from other countries, they go home and they forget their own language, which is for me it's a strange thing because honestly spoken, wherever I go, wherever I am, I think when I come home, I always call it in my country as a home because though this place is also my home, but I always uh, call a home where I was growing up, where I was born. Of course, it's a very big thing for me. It's a very important for me because I came from that place and I couldn't like throw it away that I don't I or ignore that I never came from that place. Of course, I do love my country. Even so, from my country itself, I really love because that's the place where I have my family, where I yes, exactly, Sis Fabri. It's just like it's a normal routine, like asked me to street. He did not understand him very well that he get. Oh well, that's the thing because many people also that they think that you can understand them, but it's not that easy. That's also one thing. So again, Sis Fabri, I know what you mean. But I think it's not necessary for us, like if we were in our country or in our families or something, and we talk to them in English. That's so awkward because they used to us that we will talk to them in our own. Like if you are Cebuano, Cebuano. If you are in Tagalog, Tagalog. If you are in Luzon, North Luzon, so you will use Luzon something. So that's the thing. And some other they are. I find them sometimes it's just overacting that they. It seems if you listen to them, they forgot their own language, which is not possible at all. Me, that's why I always said it to myself that I always say this. I always say this that being yourself is always the best thing to express who you are than pretending that you are this but you cannot be like this because it reflects, it will go back to you and it will not really funny if you see yourself like, oh my god, I act that way before. It's so awkward or I find it very strange, I think, if you think that. So I have to drink water. This is this is also this is also out of line for some. Like okay, again, I like this here in UAE for almost 20 years, but when I come home, I'm back to my old self. Yeah, that's the same thing as me, for example, because here, even now, like I'm here, I don't know, almost 2 years I live here, and every day, of course, I cannot talk to him in my Filipino language, of course, because he cannot, and I cannot talk to him in German because that's not, for me, it's not easy, and I'm not into my how you call it, my German language. It's not that comfortable to listen. I'm not really fluent to that, by far not, and I need to study more for me to earn that language and to understand that. But I think, for example, if no, it's okay. Go ahead, PDV, no problem. Thank you. Ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Okay. Good luck to Germany because I would be on the German team. Good luck. Yeah, you too. Thank you. I go. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. PDV. So that's his public. That's true because I knew a lot of friends or kind of acquaintance people that they live. Yeah, okay, good luck. It's good to watch a football while drinking beer. I knew that. Everyone do that. Ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, it's a German. It's a formal way of saying, same here, Mr. Wong. It's nice talk. Yeah. Good. Yeah, okay. That's it. So yun nga, Sis Fabre, I think that's the way that it's really important for us. Yeah, sure. See you around. See you around. Okay. So yun. Um, that's it. So like as how should I? And also like I knew a lot of people, for example, that a Filipino usually that after they live in a different countries, it seems they forgot their own language and they were just like, treating you that if they meet you somewhere else, like they don't know you, that I mean they know you, but they cannot talk to you normal. That's good. It's good to see. It's good, Sis Fabre, because this is why I open up this topic because a lot of us feel shy to talk, especially personally. I just want to develop the same thing. I want to enhance mine too as well. And the thing is, I want to share it with you because I think as a small YouTuber, it's a very important for us to learn a little bit of English because according to the survey, it's a lot more audience. The more if you grow, for example, of your channel, English is more captive. I don't know how should I say. It's more captivable, or like a lot of people were will more on checking on because it's in English. You don't need to put a translator there. I mean, subtitle. What? I lose contact of my phone. Why you lost all the contact of your phone? If why? They delete it or what? So, in a way, also, sis, by the way, I just want to share this also. Like when I was a high school, a teacher of mine tried to encourage me because she really see me that I'm trying my best to learn English. Because since before when I was a child, I really want to learn. I even started to read a magazine, magazine from newspaper, which I will, and I have a dictionary, Filipino, English, Tagalog, Visaya, Tagalog, and English. That's how I started to learn a little bit word by words from before, and uh, it's far from being true. Huh? What is far from being true? Ano yun? And at the same time, it helps us also to have a communication with the foreign people, like, to have a conversation with them. And I started for that. But chatting, yes, it's a very big help also. At the same time, I think the second thing that you have to develop is to talk to. Because there are different things if you are typing or talking. From talking, that's also another hard part for us because we're used to read how it read, and sometimes there are words which is it's different pronunciation the way they talk to it in English. So that's the moment that but I think every now and then, nowadays everyone will speak quite good English. Of course, as I've said, let's not talk about or tackle about grammar because grammar it's not that easy, and by rules it's by far we are not perfect, and even in English people they even said themselves that it's not also correct. They don't use normally a correct grammar for that. The same as our own Visayas, we make a lot of a wrong grammar, even me Cebuano, diba? So, I think that's the thing that I wanted to tell you at this topic now, English challenge. So I think I passed my own challenge. I challenged myself English challenged for the entire entire how should I, entire life. So I think actually I admire you because you can talk open. Um, Honestly, since I'm getting older, Sis Fabri, I change a lot. I try my best to open up, like, because when I feel like I feel like I'm embarrassed something, it makes me off, which is not a good idea for yourself. This is why I said to many, not only you, even in other friends of mine, for us to learn, we have to be open up to open up, accept the mistake if someone will correct us. I would love to, because that's just a good thing. That means that they care of you, because they try to correct your mistake. But there are some people so that instead of correcting your mistake, they will laugh at you because you are wrong, which is, for me, I find it really offensive, because as I've said, we're not perfect, and every one of us just like trying to learn something different every day, every single time of our lives. So I think it's not necessary to humiliate. This is why I said that I put this topic now as an English challenge, not only for myself, but for my viewers, or for my whoever watch this, because this is really important for us. I mean, I don't feel ashamed if someone will say that I'm why do I talk English in this now? Oh, well, you can see that's my caption or my title, because I want to challenge myself to the viewers as well, that we are capable to do something, to do something which is we're not unusual to do, and we don't want to hold our back, like something like, I don't want because I don't know, and I feel ashamed, means like you don't accept the fact that you are only this, and you don't want to learn, to continue to learn, which is, for me, I want to learn more, of course, and I want to develop. It's as other people says, they always like, there is no stopping or none to learn something new. Things in our life is unstoppable. So it doesn't mean that you're old. You learn only this because you are old. To learn many things, there is no limit, and don't put limit of yourself to learn something, because I think that's the best of your, it's also the best for yourself and to everybody who are around you, who trying to help you to let you come out, like any other people says, like get out of your comfort zone and try to find something new, things that to change you a little bit. And that's how I want to learn more, because learning is the... Ay, ganda! You are... Oh, hello! This is a challenge. I love that you're here. I would love it, because, we're in the same boat. We really both like to learn English. Hi, Sis Fabri. That's a friend of mine. Is a very close friend of mine from the Philippines. She's working in Hong Kong also, and she's also the same as me. We both want to learn English, and as I remember before, but I'm not. That's and you know what, Sis Fabri. Sis Fabri, it's like this. That's the thing, because many people, they know how to write very well. And the thing is, it's a difficult. Another hard times for us is when we were starting to have a conversation, which is also another thing, because sometimes we read the word difference to our how the way it were the words written. And that's the thing. So this is why I just want to be like, while you're typing, we're hearing also. It's a good way. Hi, ganda. I want to learn more because, yeah, that's correct. Like as I've said, to learn something, new things in our life, there is no age limit. There is no specific age that this is the only thing that you have to learn of your age. No, um, is how my husband says there is no limitation to learn something to improve my grammar. Silent viewer. Sis Irene. Okay, so silent. Okay, sis ganda. Ay, ano yun ganda? I would like to. Yes, it's true. Grammatically, it's really good. Also, it's also very good to put a grammar correct. But as I remember, as how I said, to put all the grammar incorrect in every words what we have to say, you have to be careful because there are a lot of rules in English also that we we even don't mind that this is how it works. This is how it's the helping of these words. Yes, a funny thing is my father bought Webster. Oh, actually, Webster is a very good dictionary. I had that with my English, no, sorry, Bisaya, Tagalog in English. Webster is a very good dictionary. I had that. That's my first dictionary that I learned English. But I don't know, like yesterday, assuming. No, yeah, sis Fabri, it's true. I always share this to the beginner or even to my cousins who are like you know what, I learned my English, starting to learn words by words of English when I was I don't know when I was 8 years old. Again, I read a newspaper without knowing, without really because I studied before later on than my age. I started my elementary at 7 years, 6 years old, yeah. And so I never been in a kindergarten. Of course, at my time, I think there is no kindergarten. I'm not sure. My father is so, yeah, very supportive. Her father is Irene. He even bought for her a dictionary for her to learn. I had to continue my work, sis Abby. Now it's okay, sis Fabre. It's no problem. I have to go later also because I want to watch a football and football games. I will be started now in a few minutes. So that's the thing, and I really wanted to open this to the next time because again, this is not to. Okay, if you think that this is embarrassing to talk like the whole time in English, I think it's not because I just want to prove myself that I can talk to this like this live, for example, without using any accent like any other problem that they're concerned about the accent. I just want you to know that if you could understand me or my words, every words what I've said, because that's the most important thing. That's the essence of the story, I think. Like as long as you understand what the host or what the person talked to in front, I think it doesn't matter if your accent is like American, English, or um, African or Indian, because Indian is a very, I love them talk, the way they talk in English. I really like it. It's so deep, and it's so, like, if you describe it in a mouth, it's a very small and very very good, and they use a very old kind of English, which is really so deep meaning, and that's really that's for Indian. And that's what sometimes I watch a video from Sadhguru. I don't know if you know, he is a very good, inspiring person. And while I'm listening to, he's a big help for me, by the way, to move on about the situation what had happened to me from my previous, last year when I lost my mother and my parents-in-law. So he's a very good advisor. He's a very good practitioner as a Hindu. I think Hindu, or yeah, I think Hindu. I'm not sure. Buddhist, yeah. It's I think Hindu, yeah. And it's a very good person. And when I heard him talking about the inspiring words, I even read all some I'm not all sorry some of his inspiring quotes, which is really it helps me to motivate me to move on to looking forward about the life. So Indian is a very interesting English also, and they have so many language, so many words that I couldn't even. What does it mean? I never heard it from before, and right now, and so on. And it's really like, oh my god. And if you once you have time, sis, probably you can. What? Okay, it's no problem, sis. Sis, probably, yeah. And that makes me like interest to listen also for Indian people the way they talk their English because it's really nice. Try to listen once and they use a lot of very strange words which you never deep meaning. But if you search it in the Google, you can find, oh my God, I didn't know that this is the words what he means because they have like a different meaning now. They have a different words. They use it in English and English people and also in American and also it's like, oh my God, it's really interesting. So that's the thing about there are so many English accent which is of course nice to hear, nice to, but well, that's life. You cannot really how should I say, you cannot really rely on one side of the person, like, okay, good night, ganda, good night. Yeah, I know it's late there. It's 1 o'clock. 12. Yeah, I will go off soon also because I wanted to watch football. So thank you, Ganda, for coming. Thank you for popping up. I hope to see you again next time. I really want to have a nice conversation also with you on my live next time because I usually try I would like to open up some of a very important, important topic. At the same time, it's base of my own experience. I don't want to open a topic which is I never had any experience because I don't want to search all the time in Google and then think what does it mean because I don't really understand that. But this is all based on my experience at the same time. Thank you, Ganda. Good luck for the team you support. Thanks, Ganda. I hope so. I will go for Germany. I mean, tonight is in England versus Germany, so I would go for Germany because I'm a very big fan of them since 2015. So, hoping that they will win. Or probably if it's also England, I don't have a problem because they are all okay for me. The only thing what I want is the team that I don't like is a strong one, so I don't want them. But anyway, I don't want to mention the name of the team which I don't want because. Thank you, Ganda. Good night. Thank you for popping up and see you next time. Thank you for coming. I'm so glad that you are coming from my live. Anyway, it's late now and then I wanted to get out of this also soon because I wanted to watch a football game. So that's it for today. I just want to tell everybody, especially to all my sisters and brothers of this field, YouTube as a small YouTuber, that to encourage you guys that it's not embarrassing for us to try to let out ourselves, to open up to everyone about things that it confuses us, and then in some ways there are some people out there that can help us to motivate us, to give us an advice, to tell us what is the best thing, what is not. And at the same time, it's also for us to develop our, as my teacher said before, to develop our skills, to find something to make us comfortable as we grow older. We learn new things which is we don't have from the past or from before, and now it's a good thing that it's just, it's just like we let other people hear us, and then they will just give us an advice, and then there are also opinions. At the same time, they will just teach us what is the best thing to do, and instead of, well, there are two sides of this. Some people, they will hear us like this, and they will like we are, I don't know, OA, overacting, or something like a pretender, or I don't know. There are some words that I don't really know specifically. But again, as I've said, I don't want to be I don't want to be like acting. Sorry, I don't want to act that I knew all the things, but I try my best to share with you guys what I've learned, what I've experienced, what I wanted to learn also one day, or just, and I am totally open with all that. I don't have a problem with someone telling me that, what you have to do is this and this and that to develop your skills. I would love, and I appreciate people do that to me, or telling me that way, because I think it's not hurting you, or it's not bothering you if someone will just try to help you out with it. Yeah. And also on the other side is that we are all like living in the world that a lot of people were not accepting us because of how we are, because they think that we are, let's say, we are not right, or we are not in a perfect time to do this or something. I mean, there is no perfect, and there is no perfect and wrong timings to learn something. I think if you think about it, because this is just like an open book, you have to just to read. If this is just like an open book to read and read and read for you to learn in every single page of it. So I hope you learn that, and the same as I do, I try just to share it with you, because I think that's an important for us as this we enter in this field. And then I'm looking forward for you guys to grow, at the same time to learn something to each other. And that's it for today. It's very long anyway. It's 2 hours almost. So I'm very happy for the people who are here, to all my sisters and CCS and bros who just came in, get on with me, and staying with me till almost I finished this live. And thank you very much. Yes, Sis Pabri, I had to go now. Thank you for coming, and thank you for your time. I know that you're so busy there, but still, even so, you were still staying with me and interacting with me. So thank you so much, and I'm very happy that you support me, and to all Sis Irene, Sis Janda, to PDV, or Peter D. Barry, I forgot his name, PDV Walker, anyway, Walk. So good luck to your team, sis. Oh, sis, I would love this Germany will win, but if it's in England, it's totally okay for me, because they are both, I like them both, but in the end, I would ended up like the Germany. So thank you so much. And yeah, to Sis Fabri, continue what your father is supporting you. He is very, as you said, he's a very supporting father to you for everything what you do. So I'm sure he would like you to learn more things, and to learn what you really want to, and to support you even now that he is now living with you. But even so, he's still watching with you, and of course guiding you whatever you do in your life. And be patient for everything. And then yeah, congratulations for your what is that? What, I don't really, palm, what's that? What's that? Palm. Good. This is Irene. Okay. You're so blessed, probably, to have a father that supporting you all the way from day one, whatever you like. Ay, afam pala. Congrats to that, sis Fabri. So, I hope the best for everything for you out there. And of course, i-TikTok mo lang yan, TikTok. For the whole doesn't know her, she's a very TikTok lover. And if you watch her, I think she is a dancer, supposedly a dancer before when she was a child, and she wanted to develop that now. So you can watch her YouTube also, Fabri Biandate. She's a very good dancer, She can dance even if in the middle of the tiring days of her life. So, yeah, so to the ones who's remaining here, it's 4. So I know that they were here, but they were all busy because it's time for their dinner, or making their dinner. So thank you, Sis Irene. Thank you, Sis Fabri, Sis Chanda, and whoever are there, because there were 4. I don't know. So thank you so much, and then see you next time. And as they said, let's stay all positive and good luck, and we will continue to our journey helping to one another. We will see for this where we'll end up. And I just want to say, I'm sure your father was really yes, that's true. That's his greatest dream for you. Exactly what Irene says, Sis Fabri. See you next live, Sis Fabri. See you. I hope it's as the thing, I'm so lazy for this. It's just like this time I really have to, because I really want to open up this topic. That's the main thing. That's why. But in fact, I'm really lazy with all the things, There is yes, your father is a very, how should I say, a father can ask more for his child to be happy of her entire life. So I'm sure Sis Fabri, he is watching you all the time and happy whatever. And I'm sure he is also very proud of you of being very positive person, which I really admire you also as a positive person, because not anyone else, like if you are working abroad, all of the negativity, it's like they let them in their lives, that a lot of I have so many friends which is working abroad, and they are all very negative, and I find them so hurtful the way they talk their experience. And I know it's not that easy, I don't judge them, but for you it's just like everything is easy, everything can go, everything can go here, and I pass it here, that's how you are. You're very positive in that. So I really admire too, and I'm sure your father is also the same thing. I'm to the next level. I would love that. That's a great idea. It says if it's others, it's probably they will say bring it on. Bring it on. That will happen. That will happen. And I'm sure he will be. That's what he told Mrs. Elena. Sure. Yeah, the father can ask for, what forefather can ask for is all like for the best of his children. That's the only thing what they were, parents, parents wishing for to their on achieving. Yeah, me too, Sis Irene. I really looking forward to that he will be there, and she will be there. Sorry, she will be there, and I'm really looking forward to that, Sis Fabri. For a positive person like you, I'm sure there is no possible. There is not thing that you cannot do according to your dreams, or that you want to get in the future. I'm sure you will get there, and you will get what you want. Yes. Sure, with the prayers, of course. That's what I always remind to my friends, the one who work abroad. So they were all working abroad, and I always tell them that just keep on praying, and everything will happen according to His plan. And of course, if things that don't go, everything, of course, will happen according to His plan. And if it will not happen because you're praying for that, and it will not happen for you, so that means it's not for you. So don't get lost or something, just continue, and be positive. One day in the future, you will understand why you couldn't get the things what you are praying for, because He has the biggest plan for you to be wed one day. So I always tells that to my friends that stay positive. We are all we what we need at this time of the midst of pandemic is being positive to impact with other people. We don't spread negative, because that's also not good for the others. So let's continue positive and try to make ourselves alive all the time, even if we are in down moment. I said that, but I said it to you guys, but I'm not a strong person. As I've said, I'm also a weak person, but through with that, I learned it from you also in our groups, that I had get some, some how help from you guys. How does it really works on you? And I try to apply it to myself. I know it's not that easy, but I had also my experience, which is not happy. But yeah, as what my friend says, is also, it's like this is the life, we cannot hold on, but there's always disadvantage of being single for life. You don't have to think that way, because you don't know. As long as we are here in this world, we don't know what's next, because a lot of people, like, they were over and over again, they say that they will stay single for their lives, but then it's not true. So if God will give you the right person, that's the time that you are ready. Right now, you are not ready to have someone, because your mind is busy with things, with the different things. So I'm sure God knows that. And one day, if you are ready to commit with another level of your life, I'm sure He will give you the right person, the person that you could live together for the rest of your life. And I proved that to myself. I thought I never find someone that could understand and could think, and I dedicated myself before to my family. And times comes that I forget about that discovery, and now look at me. I never dreamed this. I never had this anymore. But it happened. Like, it happened. I never praying for this anymore, but it happened. So it's just, if God's will make a way for us to settle down, His work will work on us too, because we need to put the God in the clear. Yes, that's true, sis Irene, because uh, that's the only thing what you could ask for. If you feel like you are down for everything, the only thing that you can lean on is Him. The only thing that you could really tells everything, your pain and so on, is Him. So that's true, and that's correct. So God is the center of our life, and if you want, this is just the last things what I shared for you. This is I never and then this is what I always bear in my mind, that they said, not the spelling is not, it doesn't matter, sis Irene. It's not a spelling correcting, actually. um, oh my God, I almost get. I'm sorry. This is like, as what other people. I always remember this, that they said, like, if you praying for something and this will not come according to your will, please don't get frustrated, because there is a lot more better than that, and God's prepared this for you in the future. He will not give it to you because that thing is not the right thing for you. So there is the best and bigger compare with the things what you are praying for Him. So give faith on His words, and believe in Him, and trust Him. Everything will come according to His words. So that's all for today, and thank you very much. You guys are staying with me for 2 hours and 2 minutes, so I'm really happy for you. Never mind. Yes, spelling is not really a big problem for me. We are not writing in AC English. I'm not a teacher. I do the same thing also. So that's all. Thank you, Sis Irene. Thank you, Sis Chanda. I know that you are saying to keep on fighting. Yes, Sis Irene, that's really true. And I agree with you with that. Amen to that. So I wanted to say goodbye right now. Thank you for your times. I know that you are busy out there, but still you are with me. Thank you so much, and let's stay positive and avoid the negative and stay healthy. Keep safe, everyone, and thank you so much. Goodbye. This is from Austria. Love you all. Very nice, my heart. Thank you, Sis Irene. Bye bye. And thank you so much. God bless to everyone. Thank you, Sis Pabri. Korean, yeah. We will continue to this topic next time. Ciao. Bye bye. Thank you so much, girls.